que comienza nuevo.
There was 400 years of silence.
Habían 400 años de silencio.
Another 400 years of silence.
400 años de silencio.
Another 400 years where God did not speak to his people.
400 años que Dios no habló.
The prophetic office was closed.
La oficina profética estaba
There
cerrada.
was no one to bring the word.
No había nadie trayendo palabra.
There was no one to give any words of encouragement to the people of God. Let me give you a little bit of backstory.
Necesito un poco de atrás.
There were many kings that came to and from.
Había muchos reyes que pasaron.
The Jews had migrated towards Palestine,
Los judíos fueron a Palestina.
and they were in between Egypt and Syria.
Estaban entre medio de Egipto y Siria.
And every time somebody won, they would become spoils of war.
Y cada vez que ganaban era el pueblo de judíos.
And instead of them becoming more into God, since there was no word,
Y en vez de ellos crecer más en Dios porque no había
all
palabra,
they did was study the law.
ellos lo que hicieron fue
Well, that
estudiar.
is good,
Eso es bueno.
but that's where the Pharisees and the Sadducees came from.
Ahí donde entraron los
Because
fariseos.
all they cared about was appearance. All they cared about is what you had in your mind and not what spirit came with you.
Ellos lo que piensan lo de afuera.
All they cared about is what you said.
Ellos lo que piensan lo que he dicho.
And they were hypocrites because they were
Y
separated.
eran hipócritas porque estaban divididos.
One was rich and one was poor.
Uno era rico y el otro pobre.
And they were never together.
Y nunca estaban
But when
unidos.
it came to Jesus, they thought he was a troublemaker.
Pero cuando vieron a Jesucristo pensaron que eran problemáticos.
There was a man named Alexander the Great.
Había uno que se llamaba Alejandro el Grande.
He came and he took over.
Él vino y tomó todo.
He took over mostly the entire civilization at that time.
Él cogió todo el mundo para ese tiempo.
He made everything into Greek.
Él hizo todo a griego.
Oh, understand, my brothers and sisters.
Tienes que entender, mi hermano.
When man has a plan that is not of God, it will not complete.
Cuando el hombre tiene el plan teniendo bien no se cumple.
Because at that time,
Porque en ese tiempo
he didn't want the Jews to preach their little message. He didn't want to spread the gospel.
él no quería que los judíos predicaran.
And although at that time it wasn't the gospel just yet,
Y todavía no era la buena
he didn't
nueva.
want them teaching their laws.
Él no quería que enseñaran sus
So he
leyes.
made everything Greek.
Y él hizo todo.
He even made a city called Alexandria his name.
Hasta hizo una ciudad bajo su nombre.
He wanted everybody to worship like he was God.
Él quería a todo el mundo que lo adoraran. como
And you know
si
what
fuera Dios.
happened?
¿Sabe qué pasa?
At 32 years old, he died.
32 años
And
murió.
his kingdom was split in 4.
Y su reino fue dividido en 4.
And the Jews at that time
Y los judíos en ese tiempo
still remained quiet.
todavía estaban en silencio.
They still remained quiet.
Todavía estaban en silencio.
I tell you, my brothers,
Te digo, mi hermano.
are you being quiet when the enemy is attacking you?
Tú te quedas callado cuando el enemigo te ataca.
This word is our sword.
Esta palabra es nuestra espada.
This is what teaches us how to fight.
Esto es lo que enseña a nosotros.
And if you ain't reading it, you ain't gonna fight right.
Y si tú no la lees, no vas a pelear bien.
Because what soldier goes into battle without a weapon?
¿Qué soldado entra sin un...
What soldier goes into battle without a shield?
¿Qué soldado entra sin escudo?
What do you have to defend yourself
¿Qué tienes para defenderte?
if you have nothing?
Si no tienes nada.
So we continue.
Gloria a Dios.
The Jews were caught in the crossfire.
A los judíos que cruzaron,
They were constantly owned.
ellos muchas veces se vendían.
At one point, this man named Ptolemy,
En un tiempo Ptolemeo,
he had won.
él ganó.
He was from Egypt, by the way.
Él era de Egipto.
At this time, they were Egypt's spoils of war.
Ahora los egipcios estaban sobre el
He
mundo.
allowed the priests to do their own things.
Y él permitió a los sacerdotes que hicieran
They governed over the Jewish people.
Ellos eran los que estaban sobre los judíos.
He allowed them to have their own Jewish customs.
Él lo dejó con sus propios ritos.
And the study of their law was excessive.
Y el estudio de la ley fue grande.
My brothers, I hope you understand.
Yo creo que tú
It
entiendes.
is not just studying this word.
No es tan solo
Because
estudiar.
what will it profit if you know everything and still know nothing?
¿De qué provecho de saber todo y
You
de
can have all the wisdom in the world and not live that life.
tú puedes tener toda sabiduría y no vivirla?
So I continue.
Y continúo.
There was no prophet.
No había profeta.
The priests were hired. They were not chosen.
Los sacerdotes fueron.
Chosen by a senate in Rome, a heathen.
Ellos no eran escogidos, son comprados.
But was it over?
Pero no se terminó ahí.
Was it over?
Terminó.
Come on, guys. Was it
Se
over?
terminó.
It wasn't over.
No se terminó.
Because
Aunque
although they didn't have any word from any prophet,
ellos no tenían palabra del
the word
profeta.
had to be spread
La palabra se
so that the Messiah can come in.
para que el Mesías pueda entrar.
So that everybody who knew the word
Todo que
would
sabían
know of the things that Jesus had done.
tenían que saber
And they would not doubt
y no
because
dudar
it is written in the law.
porque es escrita.
So we fast forward to Matthew. Matthew,
Vamos un poco adelante de
a
Mateo.
man named Herod.
Un hombre llamado Herod.
He was another one who was not divinely chosen.
Otro que no fue escogido.
He was afraid
Él tenía miedo
that the Jews would revolt
que los judíos ganaran.
because they didn't like him from the beginning.
Porque no le gustaron a él
He
desde el
did things
principio.
that weren't pleasing before the eyes of
Él hizo
God.
cosas que no
And he
fueron.
made it known.
Y le dejó
And then he
saber.
wanted to act like he was a Jew later.
Después quiso hacerse judío.
So he heard
Pues él oyó
in chapter 2
en capítulo
that
2
Jesus had been born.
que Cristo había nacido.
The Magi from the east had came looking for Christ.
Vinieron a buscar a Cristo.
And they were inquiring around, where is the boy that was king of
Y
Jews?
preguntaban, ¿dónde está el niño entre los
And
judíos?
Herod got scared.
Y Herod tuvo
He
miedo.
was like, oh no,
Él dijo, oh,
he's coming to take my place.
él viene a tomar mi
He's
lugar.
coming to take what I worked for.
Todo lo que yo he trabajado,
He's coming to take what was given to me.
lo que me habían dado.
So in chapter 2,
En capítulo 2,
after the Magi had deceived them and had left,
después que se fueron,
he went and had all the little kids under 2 years old,
todos los niños bajo la edad de
all the
Dios,
little boys massacred in Israel.
todos los niños varones lo
But was it
mataron.
over?
Pero esto se
But
terminó.
was it over? But was it over? Because an angel visited Joseph in a dream.
Porque un ángel visitó
And he told them, leave, go to Egypt.
le dijo, vete a Egipto.
Just like the prophet said.
Como el profeta dijo,
The prophet
el
Isaiah.
profeta Isaías,
Out of Egypt I called my son. So he went.
él fue,
He had already been born.
ya había nacido.
And a few years later,
Y unos años atrás,
we fast forward into the life of Jesus.
vamos a la vida de Jesús.
Jesus was walking by, saw a man named Matthew.
Cristo caminaba, vio un hombre llamado
He saw him
Mateo.
sitting in the tax office. He was like, you right there, you come here. You right there, you come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. Drop it all and follow me. Let it go and follow me. Let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. So Matthew got up
Pues Mateo se levantó
and he followed him.
y lo siguió.
And this man was criticized.
Y este hombre fue
He threw a banquet for Jesus.
él hizo un
And they
banquete
criticized him
y
for
lo
it.
criticaron,
But he still followed Christ.
pero lo siguió a Cristo.
But it ain't over.
Y no fue terminado.
It ain't over.
No se ha terminado.
Because now the prophetic office is about to be open.
Porque ahora se va a abrir la puerta.
And here comes John the Baptist
Ahí
with
viene
the spirit of Elijah. They said he was just like him. He dressed like him. He was persecuted like him. Jesus, Jesus. He was the voice crying out in the wilderness, as said in Isaiah.
la voz en el desierto.
He was the one preparing the
El
way.
que preparó el
You
camino.
ever seen the movies when there's this giant announcer?
Tú has visto cuando hay uno grande.
Here comes Lord of the apple of the orange. Like they say stuff like
Y
that.
dice, por ahí viene
That's the way
aquel.
John the Baptist was.
Así fue Juan el Bautista.
Here
Él dijo,
comes the King of Israel. Here he comes, here he comes. He will make a way for those who are brokenhearted. He will establish the new covenant with the people. He will build his temple up after he destroyed it in But we ain't there yet, so sit down. I'm almost there.
todavía casi
I'm getting a little excited. I was about to start running up and down. I got lost there. I was right there. Be with you, girl. God knows how he used you because I was scared. I was like, Lord Jesus, help me because I'm a little nervous. But God used you, girl.
el Señor usó la hermana Teresa.
God used you. Don't ever think that God is not with you because he is. That anointing is with you and it flows everywhere. Your house is blessed because of it. Your house is blessed. Woman of virtue, your house is blessed. And we continue.
Continuamos.
Back to Jesus.
Para atrás a Jesús.
The man who risen in 3 days.
Aquel que resucitó.
The man who raised others from the dead.
El que levantó de
The
los
man who healed the sick. I'm sorry.
el que sanó al enfermo.
Who rebuked the demons.
Reprendió demonios.
Who turned water into
El
wine.
que hizo agua.
Who did the same miracle that God did in the Old
Que
Testament.
hizo el mismo milagro que hizo
When the
Dios.
people of Israel had no food,
Cuando no había
God
comida.
provided manna from heaven.
Mano del Señor
And
que
ran out in the banquet.
y cuando se terminó,
Jesus had multiplied the fish and the bread.
el Señor multiplicó la pez y el
He was
pan.
hated.
Lo odiaba.
He was betrayed.
Lo
He was
traicionaron.
beaten But still, it was not over.
Pero todavía no se ha terminado.
Come on, you can go through every little obstacle in your life.
Tú puedes pasar tantas cosas.
The winds can come and go, the waves can overcome you.
Las alas pueden venir.
But it is not over as long as you still live.
Pero no se ha
As
terminado.
long as there is breath within you, it is not over.
Respira en ti, no se ha
Because all
terminado.
things that have breath, praise the Lord.
Pero el que entiende, respira, alaba a Dios.
Upon his leaving,
Y sobre su pueblo,
after he had resurrected,
cuando él resucitó,
upon his leaving,
a él hice,
when it was time for him to ascend into heaven,
cuando era tiempo para él descender a los cielos.
and might I add, that was 40 days after his
Y eso
resurrection,
fue 40 días después de
that he went into
resucitar,
heaven.
que él descendió.
He had left us a counselor.
Él nos dejó un consolador.
He said, I'm going,
Él dijo, yo me
but don't
voy,
be afraid.
pero no te
Because I'm leaving somebody here that'll help you deal with things you cannot.
porque tenemos alguien que te ayudará.
When you're feeling lonely, I got somebody for
Cuando
you.
te sientes solo, tengo alguien para
When you're
ti.
feeling like there's too much of a burden, I know somebody for you.
Cuando la carga te pesa, tengo alguien para ti.
So it fast forwards into the book of Acts.
Si voy al libro de Hechos,
In the day of Pentecost.
el día de Pentecostés,
Come on, we all know this story. We all know this story.
sabemos esta historia.
They were all waiting.
Todo esperaba.
They were waiting.
Estaban
And I can
esperando.
imagine people got tired.
Y algunos se
I can
cansaron.
imagine people left.
Se fueron.
But there was still a faithful remnant.
Pero se quedó un remanente
Waiting.
esperando.
And just like
Y como
the miracle that God did
el milagro que hizo Dios
in the Tower of Babel, when he had provided all those tongues so that they cannot work together, he had brought back those tongues
Él trajo esa
and
lengua
united the people on the day of Pentecost. Come on, Jesus. The same miracle that he performed
El mismo milagro que
was
hizo
used
está
to
usando
demonstrate to the people.
para enseñar a la
You want
gente.
law? I'm going to show you law.
Tú quieres ley, te voy a enseñar.
You want to talk about the past? I'm going to bring it to you.
Quieres hablar del pasado, te lo traigo.
The same fire
El mismo fuego
that was on the chariot of Elijah
que estaba alrededor del
appeared as
caballo
flames of fire upon their head.
apareció sobre sus
And
cabezas.
they began to speak in tongues.
Cuando comenzaron a hablar en
They
lenguas,
began to speak in different tongues.
diferentes lenguas,
And there were people around them
y había gente alrededor
thinking that they were drunk.
que pensaron que estaban.
How many times have you interceded before God
¿Cuántas veces tú no
and
entiendes?
the enemy come out of nowhere and be like, what you wasting your time for? You look silly.
Y el enemigo te dice que por qué pierdes el tiempo.
What is the point?
¿Qué es el punto?
You did all that sacrifice, God is blessing you, but still there is nothing.
Tú hiciste todo y todavía Dios no ha hecho.
But Paul got up in the spirit
Pero Pablo se levantó en el
and he said,
espíritu.
no, that's not how this
Él
goes.
dijo, esto no es así.
Listen, all you law-abiding citizens,
Mira, todos ustedes que van
as
a
it is said in the word in the book of Isaiah,
como está dicho en el libro
that
de
it will come
Isaías,
upon a time that I will pour my spirit upon all flesh.
derramaré mi espíritu sobre toda carne.
How many know that verse?
¿Cuántos lo conocen?
Come on, how many know that verse?
¿Cuántos conocen?
The spirit that came down
El espíritu del
and God
Señor.
had used another one to speak for
Y
him.
el Señor usó otro para hablar por él.
The same spirit that was upon Samson in the Old
El
Testament,
mismo espíritu sobre Sansón en el Viejo
the same
Testamento.
spirit that took that donkey jawbone and fought all those Philistines,
El que ganó con
is the
la
same
ciudad.
spirit that had came down on that day.
Es el mismo que descendió ese día.
It was the same one
El mismo.
that came upon David when he played the harp.
Que vino sobre la Biblia.
The same spirit that came out of the harp when he played.
El mismo espíritu que salió de la
That was
alma.
the same spirit that came down.
Ese fue el mismo que bajó.
And now the Christian church began to grow.
Y ahora la iglesia cristiana comenzó a crecer.
I'm going to tell you, my brothers, the Bible is the biggest example of it not being over.
La Biblia es el ejemplo más grande que no se
You go to the
ha
book of Romans,
El libro de Rom.
you feel as if you won't be forgiven.
¿Tú crees que no te van a perdonar?
The word says,
La palabra dice,
there is not one that is righteous, not one.
no hay uno que es justo, no hay ni uno.
In chapter 3, verse 23, it says,
En capítulo 3, verso 23 dice,
all have sinned and all have fallen short of the glory of God.
todos hemos pecado, somos cortos de
My
la
brothers, I'm here to
gloria.
tell you, I am no better than
Yo
you.
te digo, no soy mejor que
The
ti.
same way you got up is the same way I can
La
fall.
misma manera que te
Because I know that God is merciful.
Yo sé que Dios
And
dice,
because He understands each and every one of our
y
situations.
como Él entiende,
But I tell you, in those times,
te digo en esos
it
días,
is not over.
no es terminado.
If you go to the 1st of Corinthians,
Primera de Corintios
12, chapter 12,
12:12.
if you're feeling as if you have no place,
Si te sientes como no tienes lugar,
it says that we are all members to the same body.
dice que somos todos miembros de un solo
It don't matter if
cuerpo.
you're a fingernail.
No importa si tú eres una
Fingernails
hoja.
ordained, they not ordained, they beautify the